Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to share the first 6 days of World Watercolor Month. Let's start with the artwork. I do want to say there were some bad paintings, some really great paintings, and in between. So let's start. This painting was from day 1. And then we have the picture, the thumbnail painting, and the thumbnail sketch. Should we zoom out? Yeah, I think this works better. And I was like, oh, it's a little bit empty in the foreground. So for day 6, I wanted to add more grass to the painting. It sort of worked. I'm not completely happy with it, but I'm not really disappointed. So it's fine. Oh, so the masking fluid completely tore from this paper. I did try it again with using masking fluid first and then paint on top of it. It worked, but I still have some residue. I don't think you can see it. But yeah, I was impatient. Like if I remove the masking fluid now, the paint will also come up. So as you can see, the painting did rub off just a little bit, but the painting wasn't great. This was my first attempt, my second attempt, and then on a third attempt I just used some Rome Small watercolors, and I like this result a whole lot better than everything else I created with waves. So that was day 3. Day 4, I love this picture and painting. It's one of my favorites. I like how this one turned out. I only used 2 colors. It's like a monochromatic painting. Wave turquoise and blue apatite. And some bronze brown. So it's not completely monochrome. You can see some brown over in some corners. But I love how this painting turned out. I also like this one. It's a monochrome painting as well, but I used Aurora Pink and Shadow Violet, which do work great together. And then we arrive on day 6. This one was pretty difficult. So the first attempt was a fail, but I do love this painting. I really love how this one turned out. And with the first one, the top part is really overworked, and the bottom part I didn't use enough paint during the wet on wet, which almost happened with this one, but I kept adding paint. I have to say the quinacridone purple has really surprised me. I thought it was sort of a useless color, or I couldn't find a good use for quinacridone purple. Because it leans more red, it doesn't clash with the orange or the yellow. But the yellow didn't really move. I used gold brown from Magello. And I mixed some transparent pyrrole orange and Aurora Pink. I just love Aurora Pink. I don't know. It's just... I really like that color. I'm really enjoying painting every day. I only skipped one day, and it was the day with the waves. And that was because I came home, I ate some food, and then I fell asleep. And before I knew it, it was next day. So I named it day 3 plus 1. But that can happen, and just have to keep on going. I think we should start with the things that didn't work, or the art supplies that didn't work out during this month or first week. This masking tape, it lets loose during the paint, and during wet and wet techniques, it doesn't stay on. This one does, so I'm removing this one and using this one. It stays on, but it doesn't tear the paper. So, this one out, this one in. These are pretty nice, so I'm keeping them. Now we have the pencils. I haven't used the purple one, so I'm removing it and I'm sticking to the black one. I thought it would be nice to add some color, but if I'm not using it, I'm removing them for my art process. I do prefer a color pencil lead for portraits, but not for landscapes, so that's interesting. The next one, it makes me a little bit sad, but it is what it is. I like the feel and flow of this fountain pen. It has a really nice weight and it stays on the back. But it doesn't work well with the watercolor paper. It keeps feathering and bleeding, not bleeding, but it feathers and it gets thicker than I would like. So I'm replacing it with a Muji pen. But this fountain pen does work in my notebook, so it's not a complete fail. And that's it. The things that have worked are everything that's included in this. I haven't really given the masking fluid a real chance, so I'm going to try that again. I do like this case. It holds the pictures and I can put my reference pictures up like this. This one seems really hard. I also like this bag. It keeps everything contained. I have been loving this sketchbook. It keeps all my paper inside. It's also really nice to work from. The paper is decent. It doesn't like too much layering. And it doesn't like masking fluid. But I've been enjoying it. I really like the Bauhaus Artist watercolor paper. It can handle a whole bunch of layers, scrubbing, and the colors just show up really, really beautiful on it. Then, the watercolors. I have to say, I've been using the Magella watercolors a lot. I think in every painting, I've used a Magella watercolor. Like in this, I've used Aurora Pink. It dried on my palette. Right here, you can see the cobalt teal or turquoise. Cobalt turquoise separating from the mix. It's such a beautiful color. In this painting I've used, let me check. In this painting I've used wave turquoise. And in this painting I've used golden brown and fade green. The same for this one, and some bronze brown in the background. And this whole painting consists of Magella two-tone watercolor. So Aurora Pink and Shadow Violet. So it's fair to say that I've been liking, so I'm really enjoying using the Magella two-tone watercolors, especially Aurora Pink. And then we have the Daniel Smith watercolors. It's a different color palette than I'm used to. I did that on purpose because I had some new colors that I really, really wanted to try out. Like Bordeaux, Quinacridone Pink, Diopside, Quinacridone Sienna. Those types of colors I really wanted to put in one palette and see how they work together. I like them. I found out that I really love using Rome Schmal watercolors. It was this close when it came to picking the watercolor brand that I wanted to use for this month. And I thought I want to use Roman Schmal for a different project. And I also wanted to play with my Daniel Smith watercolors. I do really like using Roman Schmal watercolors because the ease of re-wetting watercolors. With Daniel Smith, some of the colors need some water before you start painting. It also counts for the Magello tourmaline. They don't re-wet as easy as their main mission gold watercolors. For example, the ultramarine blue is harder to re-wet. It takes a little while, but it does have great color payoff. I loved using the indigo to darken up some of the colors, and overall I like the color palette. If Roman Schmal comes out with watercolor tubes, it would become my main watercolor brand, because I also want to use them in like foldable palettes, but it's not possible if they only come in either full pans or half pans. So this year, or as soon as possible, Roman Schmal should come out with watercolor tubes and make November 2024 permanent. Those are the two things I want from Roman Schmal. They don't need to add more colors to the range. They just need to come out with watercolor tubes. Are you doing a daily watercolor challenge? Let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I definitely hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye YouTube.